afternoon, students. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, teacher.
All right, so today will be the start for the final term, and we will have to start also with a new topic. All right, this is not actually new because during term 1 we have this linear equation. Okay, but the only difference here is that last semester you have only one variable, but for now we will have linear equation in two variables. Okay, so this is quite difficult if you do not understand the basic of this. So that is why we started with linear equation in one variable. Okay, so please follow and update your memory regarding what we have started on linear equation. Okay, so let us now start. Okay, so today's discussion will be this one.
13 for the boys. Okay, congratulations, boys. What is your number? For the boy that is answering, what is your number?
All right, few moments, and it's not yet opening. All right. Okay, so that will be linear equation. Okay, can you see there on your screen, guys? Can you see? All right, JJ is here. All right. Now let us first review and let us first refresh our memory on linear equation. Okay, let me ask. All right. Let me ask first, Kawat, what is the answer if we simplify that one? Negative 8e plus 10e. What is the answer? When we simplify the terms, that is linear terms. What is the answer? Yes, Kawat? Negative 8e plus 10e. 2e. All right, that's correct. Next, let me ask Chuik. 10a plus negative 2a. Chuik.
Yes. 8A.
Equals?
8A.
8a. Very good. All right, so that is correct. 10a plus negative 2a, that means we can also minus. So that is 8a. All right, that's correct. Now, what about the third one? Let me ask Sheena. Negative 8b minus negative 2b. What is the answer? Sheena. Sheena, please unmute. Negative 8b minus negative 2 equals? Yes, Sheena. Please unmute, Sheena. Kan? Maybe you have a problem with the signal. All right, let me ask. Okay, Sheena, what is your answer? Negative 8b minus negative 2b. Okay, we'll go back to you later. All right, what about JJ? JJ, what is the answer? Negative 8b minus negative 2b equals?
6.
Come again. Your answer is
6.
negative, positive. Negative or positive, JJ?
Positive. Negative.
Negative 6B. Okay, correct. That is a negative. Take note, you have here negative 8B and negative and another negative becomes positive. So that means it will be just the same as negative 8B plus 2B. And that is why the answer would be negative 6B. Okay? One last, let me ask Anda, what is the answer of that one? Negative 3M minus negative 9M. Anda, what is the answer? Anda, are you there? Oh, all right. What about Chumpu? What is the answer? Negative 3M minus negative 9M.
Negative 12M.
Negative 12M. All right. So that's good that you have recalled how to simplify linear terms. Okay. So very good. And I think you have now recalled all about simplifying terms. Okay. What about this one? What is the answer? If we find the value of x in the equation x minus 4 equals 1, and what is the answer? X minus 4 equals 1. X equals, yes, Im? Yes. Bacon, what is the answer? X minus 4 equals 1. Bacon.
5.
5, all right, positive 5. Now remember that we can have this one. Whatever you do, okay, remember what we have discussed last time. Whatever you do to the left-hand side of the equation, do the same to the right-hand side so that we can maintain the equality. So if that is x minus 4 and you added it with 4, so that would mean that your 1 here would be added by 4 also, so that we can cancel out negative 4 and positive 4. So you have now x equals to 5. Okay? Or the thing that I've said, you can transpose. Take note, when we transpose, the sign will be changed. Negative becomes positive, positive becomes negative. So in this case, if we transpose negative 4 to the right side of the equation, that becomes positive 4. So you have there x equals positive 5. Okay, so recall that one and keep that one in mind. Remember, we deal now with linear equations in 2 variables. All right, so this is quite difficult if you forget the basic. Okay, what about number 2? What about number 2? What is the value of x? Okay, I will give you 30 seconds to it. Number 2, what is the value of x in 4x plus 5 equals 17? All right, Chuik, 30 seconds.
Yes. 3.
3, okay, let us check. Take note, we transpose this one and positive becomes negative. Remember, left-hand side of the equation, your variables, right-hand side of the equation, your constant. So in that case, you have now 4x, okay, equals 17, and that is minus 5. Remember, this is positive, transposed to the right becomes negative. So that means you have now 4x equals 17 minus 5, which is 12. And then simplifying further, then that will be, all right. So therefore, you have now x equals 12 divided by 4, which is 3. Okay, so that is correct. So keep refreshing your memory on this one. Number 3, what is the answer? Kawat, you have 30 seconds to answer. 6 over 7x equals 21. Okay, remember this is having denominator of 1, so we can use cross multiplication method. Yes, Kawat, what is the value of x in that equation? "30 seconds to answer. 30 seconds. All right.
24.5.
24.5. Okay, that is correct. Now we have if we cross multiply, we have there 6x equals 7 times 1 is 7, 2 times 7 is 14, so equals 147. So if we simplify further, okay, divide 6 to the left hand side, so you have now x equals 147 divided by 6. Okay, so if we divide that one, then that will be, okay, so that will be 2, 12 minus, you have there 2, bring down 7, 27 by 6 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. All right, minus, so you have there 3. So we can add decimal point and 0. So 30 divided by 6 is 5, and then 30. Okay, so that means the answer is 24.5. All right, so Kawat is correct. Okay, so I guess you have remembered now how to simplify equations. Okay, now we go to our topic, which is linear equation in 2 variables. Now take note, okay? Take note. It should be 2 variables. So if we define linear equation, all right, everybody please unmute and read. What is the definition of linear equation in 2 variables? Okay, so please unmute everybody and read on your screen. In 3, 2, 1, go. It is an
It
equation.
is an equation consisting of only a
Numeral,
numeral and two
linear,
linear
algebraic terms.
algebraic term of two variables. The highest power of exponent of the equation is only 1.
Okay, now remember, based on the definition, it is consists of only a numeral, meaning a number or a whole number or the constant, and of course with 2 linear algebraic terms or variables. Take note, 2 variables. Okay, and then the highest power or exponent is only 1. Okay, so that means if you have here x squared plus y equals 2. This is not a linear equation in 2 variables because we have here the power is, or the exponent is 2. Remember, the highest exponent in a linear equation is only 1. Okay, now what about this one? 5a plus 2b equals 1. Is this a linear equation in 1 variable? Yes or no? Panda, all right, panda. Is it yes or no? 5a plus 2b equals 1. Is this a linear equation in two variables? Yes or no? Panda?
Yes.
Yes. All right, correct. That would be a yes. Take note, it qualifies with the definition. Two linear algebraic terms. We have here the variables a and b. And of course, the highest power there is 1. Okay? We can write 1 as the power or not. It is just okay. All right. Another example we have here. 3x plus 2y equals 7. So again, it is a linear equation in two variables, x and y. All right. So let us test ourselves on this. Determine whether the following are linear equation in two variables. 4bc plus 2 equals 0. Is this a linear equation on two variables? Yes or no? Chumpu? Is that yes or no? Chumpu? Chumpu, are you there? Okay, okay. I will go back to you later. What about Sui? Sui, is that a linear equation in two variables? Yes or no? Yes. Sui? Yes or no? Okay, look at it. 4bc plus 2 equals 0. Is that a linear equation in two variables? Yes or no? All right, I will go back to you. What about Anda? Anda, what is the answer? 4bc plus 2 equals 0. Yes or no?
No.
No, correct. Okay, so the answer there is no. Why not? Why not? Take note. You have there in one term two variables b, c. Take note, a term is separated by a positive or negative sign. Okay, but here you have here two variables in one term. So this is not a linear equation in two variables. Okay, so that's correct. That's correct. All right. What about this next equation? Pause. Please unmute. Pause. 7a minus 2b equals 0. Is that a yes or a no? Pause. All right, pause. Please unmute. All right, what about pi? Pi, is that yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so that's a yes, correct. So 7a minus 2b equals 0 is a linear equation in two variables. What about that one? D equals 5e squared plus 10. Is that yes or no? To it,
Yes. Yes. What?
this one, the equation D equals 5e squared plus 10. Yes or no?
No.
No, all right. Why not? To it. Because
Because I don't know.
okay, because the exponent there is 2. Okay, so this is already a quadratic equation, but we are after only with linear equation in two variables. Okay, the highest power, take note, is 1, but here we have here squared. So therefore, this is already a quadratic equation. Okay, so again, that is not. Okay, last example. All right, x plus 1 over y minus 9 equals 0. Is that yes or no? Câu ớt. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. What about aim? The answer of câu ớt is yes. What about aim? Is that yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. What about GJ? What is your answer? Yes or no? GJ?
No.
No. All right. Your answer is no. Kim, what is your answer? Is that yes or no? X plus 1 over y minus 9 equals 0. Kim? All right. Kim, please unmute. Yes or no? Is that yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So actually, that is a no. Take note that you have here, although there are two variables x and y, but here y is having a negative power or exponent. So y here, that would mean y to the power of -1. And take note, linear equation in two variables should have a positive exponent or power. Okay, so this is a no. Again, if your variable is in the denominator, that means it has a negative power. So this is a no. Okay, so I just hope that you understood it all, because that will help in, especially in solving linear equations in two variables. If you find it hard, linear equations in one variable, that will be it will be a little bit harder when we go to linear equations in two variables. So that is why I want you to understand the basic before we go to solving. Okay? All right. What about this last example? Who just came in? All right, Akira. Akira, is that a yes or a no? 2x minus 3y equals 5. Akira. Where are you? All right. Is that yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. What about Guy? What is your answer, Guy? Is that yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that is a yes. 2x minus 3y equals 5. So that is a linear equation in two variables. Okay, so that's very clear now, and I hope you take note all of that. That will help you in the next succeeding topics that we have. Okay, this is the first step, determining the value of a variable given the other variable. So what does it mean? Now, for example, you have that equation, 5x plus 2y equals 7. What is the value of y if x equals 3? Okay. Again, you have there the equation 5x plus 2y equals 7. What is the value of y if x is equals to 3? Now take note, you have been given here the value of x, which is 3. Now what will you do? All right, what will you do to get the value of y? So again, we can substitute the value of x, which is 3, into the equation so that we can solve the value of y. All right, so remember, this is the first step. Please try to understand this one, because when we will be solving, this will help you a lot. Okay, So when we substitute x into 3, this equation 5x, if we substitute x equals to 3 in that equation 5x, so you have now there 5 times 3, because we said the value of x is 3. So therefore 5 times 3 plus 2y equals 7. Okay? So 5 times 3, you have here 15. And remember, your variables to the left-hand side and your constants to the right-hand side. So transpose. All right, so you have there 2y equals 7. Now, positive 15 transposed to the right becomes negative. So that is why you have there 2y equals 7 minus 15. 7 minus 15 equals negative 8. Okay, so therefore, to get the value of y, divide it with 2. Okay, so we can cancel out 2 here, and what remains is y, and negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. So finally, you have now the value of y, which is negative 4. Okay, now if you would like to check whether you are correct or not, we replace the value of x and y into the equation 5x plus 2y equals 7. So that means 5 and your x is 3. 5 times 3 plus 2 and your y is negative 4. Okay, so equals 7. So you have now 15. 2 times negative 4 is 8 equals 7. All right, so you have now there 15 minus 8 equals 7. So 7 equals 7. So therefore, your equation to the left-hand side and to the right-hand side are equal. So therefore, you are correct. The value of x is 3. The value of y is negative 4. Remember, if you cannot balance the equation, your answer is wrong. It should be that the left-hand side and the right-hand side is equal. Okay? So understand so far before we continue? Do you understand so far, Bacon? Yes, Kawat, did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, what about the others? Sheena, Guy, Kim, Anda, Panda, all right, Obama?
Yes.
Yes, Chumpu, Bacon? Okay, so please try to understand the basic first so that you will be able to solve for the next. All right, so one last example before we end our class. Okay, so one last example before we go to your activity. Here, if you are given that equation, 5x plus 2y equals 8, what is the value of x? Okay, this is the problem in math. Your x is kept remembered. All right, so what if the value of x, if y is negative 6? So again, you are given there y, the value of y is negative 6. So what do? We will replace that one into the equation and substitute. So y is negative 6. We substitute that negative 6 into the value of 2y. All right. So therefore, you have now 5x plus 2 times negative 6 equals 8. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. All right. So you have now 5x minus 12. And take note, we transpose negative 12 to the right. So therefore, it becomes positive. Okay, so 5x equals 20. 8 plus 12 is 20, and then simplify further, divide it by 5, and we divide also this one by 5. All right, so that we have now x equals 20 divided by 5, and finally, you have the answer. The value of x is positive 4. Okay, so you have now x equals 4 and y equals negative 6. All right, counter check if you are correct. So 5 times x, which is 4, all right, plus 2 times your y is negative 6 equals 8. Let us see if it is balanced. 5 times 4 is 20. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. All right, equals 8. 20 minus 12 equals 8. So therefore, 8 equals 8. So the value of x is correct and the value of y is correct. Once again, if you cannot make it equal, then you are making it wrong. Okay, your solution is wrong if you cannot balance the left-hand side of the equation and the right-hand side of that equation. Okay. Okay. So, did you get it all? All right, you can raise your hand, somebody, if anyone can raise your hand if you are confused. Okay, maybe next week we will have a physical classes so we can discuss it more if you have some questions. Okay, but for now, those who have books, workbook, because some of you have left your workbook at school. Okay, I saw many books in there before we had the vacation. All right, so we will do this task on page. All right, exercise 8.1. Okay, what was that? Okay, so exercise 8.1 on page 98 to 99. So that will be the task for this afternoon. All right. So those who have the workbook, you can do it. And those who have not, so we can do nothing but except to wait until next week. Okay. All right. So if you don't have questions, then that will be all for this afternoon. Any question or questions regarding the discussion? Remember, linear equation in two variables. The highest power or exponent is only 1, and it should be positive 1. And there are only 2 variables involved. Okay. So that will be all. We have less than a minute with our class, so I want to say thank you all, and please follow the video so that you will not forget the page that you are going to answer. Okay, so thank you so much everyone, and keep safe always. See you on the next. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, bye bye, and see you.